Welcome into Extra Time. Thank you as always for your tweets. Craig with us in the studio. Frank Leboeuf joins the show as well. Will Craig be on tomorrow if United beat Liverpool, or will he be conveniently off?
No, I'm off tomorrow. So what
People seem to think that when United win, you never come on the show.
Add yourself to that list of idiots. Right. Tuesday, Wednesday, I do the studio in the current climate with the pandemic. On a Thursday, I'm off, and I'm not in the studio the rest of the week. Right. So Tuesday, Wednesday, studio. Off on Thursdays. Tomorrow, I'm off.
You don't circumnavigate your days depending on United's performance.
Funny enough, that's not how their scheduling department works. They're not that bright. Anyway, it wasn't really a big deal yesterday, was it? Because United left all the players out, you know. So it's United now. It's just about the Europa League for them, isn't it? Because top four is done and dusted.
No, you mean Liverpool? Liverpool now.
No, United.
Oh, you mean to win the Euro? Oh, I forgot they were in the final.
It's hardly any worth analysing the rest of the games for United this season because they're in the top four, and that's a trophy for them these days.
Frank, what are your thoughts on Laporte possibly playing for the Spanish national team? Should Deschamps have given him a chance?
Well, I think he gave him a chance, but well, I think he has the right to choose, and I won't judge him if he goes with Spain if he thinks that he has no chance to play for France. I mean, he's a talented player. He maybe not have the opportunity to play for France well, many times. So maybe he thinks he will have more chances to play with Spain. It's up to him. I don't want to judge that. You know, if you feel that you have to play because of your career or because you feel more Spanish than French, I don't have a problem with that. Your heart should talk, but he's the only one who can answer to the right question.
Would you have ever played for anyone that wasn't Scotland?
No. I'll answer it. I'll judge him and all these people. Right? I don't get it. And I know there are some people who have dual nationality and stuff, so that's a different scenario. And maybe he has, and if he has, I apologise. But I as a generalisation for people, being not good enough isn't a reason to go try and search for another country that you're eligible for. And some ridiculous sort of historic look down to see where your granny or your granddad or your whatever. You know, if I wasn't good enough to play for Scotland, then I wasn't good enough. I mean, there's people like, you know, Stevie got just 20-odd caps. Stevie should have been a player with his calibre with 100 caps. Do you know what I mean? There are others. You know, what are they to say? I'm not getting in the Scotland squad. I think I'll go and have a look and play for it. I just don't understand this. It's just, FIFA have made it too easy, I think, for people just to jump ship and go and play for other countries. Diego Costa, you mentioned it yesterday. All right, he's got Spanish nationality, or has he?
Yes, yeah, because he lived there for some time.
Yeah, he's got citizenship and all that now, but he's not Spanish. I mean, it's a bit of a hole to go down, but because it's so ambiguous now, ridiculous. I just think it's ridiculous. It's like picking and choosing clubs now, isn't it? I'm not getting a game for them, so I think I'll go and play for them. Nonsense.
What do you think, Craig, of Brentford's chances of gaining promotion? Given that the clubs played in the Premier League last season are the ones that have gone up so far, it would be sad to see them fail to gain promotion again, wouldn't it?
Yeah, bearing in mind they lost Ollie Watkins and Benrahma to West Ham, two of their key players. They've had another stellar season, only to be usurped by, was it Watford and Norwich?
Yes.
The two teams you mentioned.
Yep.
But for a small club running the way they are, I mean, they've got every chance to be. I mean, don't forget Ipswich Town, when my uncle managed them, I think made the playoffs 4 years in the trot, and it wasn't until the 5th year that they actually went up.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ipswich. And he was actually, I shouldn't say this, but should I say it now? Just get the knife and dig it right in.
Well, yes.
He was actually quite pleased privately about that. It was a bit strange because he didn't feel in the first couple of years that they were actually ready.
Okay.
And so you never want to lose a final, but when they did lose in the playoff final or whatever it was at Wembley, you're disappointed, but I think deep down he said, you know what, maybe it's not a bad thing. And that's how it turned out. When eventually they went up, they finished 5th, Ipswich.
Did he ever look at signing you?
Yes. Yeah. several times. And one of them, when I was at Derby, he phoned me and asked me if I'd come down and sign at Ipswich.
Right, but...
Honestly, I said to him, it's too far.
Right.
Said, my tractor won't go that far. No, I did have the chance to go to Ipswich,
right.
but I didn't do it.
Well, Gab was supposed to be on, but he had technical issues, so someone's asking...
What, with his head?
Yeah, well, does Gab wear his headphones on one ear when recording the podcast just to annoy Craig? Do you think he's that vindictive?
No.
No, because obviously, I don't know why he has it like this all the time.
How come every time we cut to this, oh, here's Sid on as well with the glasses, trying to look freaking articulate, look. Probably can't even spell his own name, Sid.
Gab looks like you when you were playing. You don't have any teeth in that cartoon of him.
Every time it cuts to this, and you know, you can see these on YouTube, it's very popular. And Gab's always spouting away, isn't he?
Yeah, well, it's his podcast, I suppose.
Well, it's not, it's Jules as well.
Right.
But Jules is there, he's the lapdog, isn't he?
I'm not sure lapdog, isn't he like the Robin to his Batman sort of?
No, I preferred lapdog.
Yeah, I thought you might. Frank.
Jules a little lapdog there.
Frank, how difficult was it to win a World Cup and the Euros back-to-back, given that only your French team and the Spanish 2012-2010 team were able to accomplish this?
I think Germany also did it the other way around. They won the European Championship and then the World Cup. I think they were the first to do that. Well, it's hard because I think on top of it, winning a World Cup, it's, I would say, easier than winning the European Championship. Because you have big teams in Europe and it's hard to find a way to the final. We had to play against, I guess, Portugal and Spain before playing Italy in a final, and it's always very difficult games. We share the same culture most of the time, and we know each other, and we face each other many times, so it's hard. It's an accomplishment in the way that you confirm that winning the World Cup wasn't random. It was because we are a good team, and we showed it 2 years after winning the European Championship and a year after winning the Confederation Cup. So within 3 years, we were able to consider us as the best team in the world. It changed everything in 2002, from hero to zero. So that's what it is in football, and it's what you have to accept.
Frank, except for passing it to Ronaldinho, which you've mentioned many times on the show, did you make any other stupid passes like Jorginho did today?
Oh yes, I did, and you sent me the video. Remember that fantastic header that I tried to do to, I think it was Head de Roy, maybe Kevin Hitchcock, I don't remember, at St. James's Park, and I completely missed the header and gave a fantastic assist to Alan Shearer.
Yes.
He never thanked me.
No?
I'm very upset about that, by the way. No, never thanked me. Well,
He's sore.
that's
Your
what it
knee's
is.
sore? What's wrong?
Killing me.
Oh no.
It's the right one here.
You need an inject cortisone or something like that?
Yeah, in my head, yeah.
Oh, I had an injection 2 days ago.
Did you
I got an injection on my knee.
What, in your head?
Wow,
No, my
Frank.
knee.
Wow.
My knee.
Okay, you're getting old,
Yeah.
boys.
Had
His old injuries coming through.
yeah, I'm following Craig.
Yeah?
Craig is my idol, so everything he does, everything he feels, I feel the same. So
Really?
I have a meniscus problem,
Okay.
and they gave me an injection as
Yeah,
well.
I don't think anyone cares really
That's
that
what mine
much.
is, it is.
Which team is less entertaining? Mourinho's Spurs or Tuchel's Chelsea?
Oh, Mourinho's Spurs.
Yeah, it's harsh on Chelsea, isn't it?
God, not that bad.
Craig, God, this is a bad question to ask you, not because of you, but because we know that Frank's relationship with this person. Craig, how good was Ginola?
How good? Why is that a bad question to ask me?
Because Frank hates him.
Frank doesn't hate.
He does. They have a rivalry.
Well, Frank will know the answer.
Oh, not at all.
Frank will know the answer to this better than me because I saw him, and I would say he was in his pomp at Newcastle.
Right. Spurs, you would kind of think.
Yeah, but I thought he was probably better at Newcastle than that Kevin Keegan team.
Right.
Just 1 week link Shaka, I think. He's sleeping in there. But no, he was. I mean, he was a brilliant player. Yeah, I mean, really good. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah. Frank, have you anything to
Game
add?
changer.
No, he was a world-class player. I was in the academy with him. I played against him when he plays for Paris, the two clubs in Paris. Then I played against him when he was playing for Tottenham. We played together in the academy and when we played with the national team. He was exceptional. What he was able to do, it was exceptional. What I can say against him is sometimes you felt that you needed one football for him and one football for the rest of the team.
Ooh.
You know, it was pretty personal. But his talent was there. He was a competitor. He was on top of that an handsome boy. So jealousy, envy, everything was around him because he was successful.
Who had a more successful career, Frank?
Sure.
You or him?
Individually, I think him. But in terms of silverware, there is no comparison. There is no comparison. I won so many things. I won so many things with Chelsea and with the national team.
Yep.
So of course,
yeah, of course,
I would say that I had a better career because. But he was. I think he was named one season. He was named best player in the EPL.
Yeah, when he was at Spurs, I think.
And he deserved that.
I mean, it's unfair to make it's unfair to make comparisons, isn't it? Because centre half, wide player, playmaker. And Frank's right. Frank was successful with France and Chelsea, won trophies, and I'm not sure about France. Don't know that whole story, but it's not just about that, because you look at Alan Shearer, one of the greatest strikers of his generation. Yeah, he won that title at Blackburn.
Yep.
But then he spent a lot of time at Newcastle, which was a club that he wanted to play for obvious reasons. He's from that area, and it was his dream. But they were never going to be winning things. So he spent a few years. The fans adored him. He scored great goals, but he didn't get the silverware that he'd have got if he'd have went to Man United, who wanted him.
Right.
So
You're taking this very seriously. I was just winding up the fact that Frank was a star of the World Cup and Ginola wasn't.
No, I know.
No, Dan.
I know.
Dan, a very interesting story about David Ginola and Eric Cantona. I was the third French player to come over to England, but the two first were Cantona and Ginola. But in fact, two players that nobody wanted anymore in France because of their personality, their character.
Right.
But they pleased in England because of their talent. And it's why maybe people couldn't recognize in France, because they were jealous, they were envious, because those two players were absolutely talented, but hard to cope with. They were very difficult to cope with.
Like you,
they
Frank.
were too. No. Well, ask Craig if I was hot in a dressing room, if everything was going around me.
Well, because I had my headphones on, I had a big set of headphones on.
You had your Walkman on.
So that, and music, so that I couldn't hear you. But I've been very serious. A lot of people
Like Gab?
Yeah, no, I had them on both ears. A lot of people don't know this. And go back to that point, this is very serious extra time.
Right,
do you know this? Where did Eric Cantona go on loan? Go on loan, didn't even go on loan. Bearing in mind what he did at Man United and how he's revered there by Ferguson and the fans and how iconic he is. Only a couple of years before that, where was he in trial?
Oh, I don't know.
Can I answer?
Yes.
Sheffield Wednesday,
and was turned down.
Wow.
And went to Leeds on another trial.
Right.
And they took him on, gave him a chance.
Wow.
Didn't think much of it, gave him a chance. And started playing. Ferguson saw him and went, oh, I'll have a bit of that.
Yeah.
Sheffield Wednesday on trial.
There you go.
Not because he was a bad player, but they turned him down. Didn't take him.
Final question.
Eric Cantona on trial.
Frank, would you rather have had the career you had, which included World Cups and Euros, or had the acting career of a Brad Pitt or a Leonardo DiCaprio?
Well, he can't do that. He hasn't got the looks.
If you could swap, Frank, would you, for Oscars and Emmys and all that sort of malarkey?
No. I enjoy being in a movie or being on stage for a play, but there is no comparison whatsoever with the sport and the uncertainty of the sport. So I'm very pleased with my life and what I've been through. Well, first, I don't have the hair and the beautiness of DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. So I have to enjoy my football life with my head. And no regrets whatsoever. You know, it's absolutely fantastic what I've been
Are you
through.
ruling him out of becoming the next...
Yes, because he doesn't like movies.
Oh, he's done with movies?
He's had enough of movies. It's all about acting on the stage. So maybe
No,
a Tony.
it's not. I want a big role, maybe to see if I can be invested in it.
Right.
But so far, what I did was boring because it was too short, because it's too slow. And when I'm on stage for a play, I enjoy because I do like I was doing on the field. I do whatever I want.
It's amazing I might get to see one of these shows because, you know, I love going to the theatre.
When's the last time you went to the theatre, Craig Burley? Yeah, exactly.
Never.
Exactly, that's it. And I imagine it's all in French as well.
But I speak fluent. I speak fluent French.
That's it, we are done. Quite a serious extra time, Craig.
Yeah.
Bringing some...
Eric Cantona was
Eric
it.
Cantona,
There you go,
Sheffield
another Man United hater.
There we go.
But interesting.
We'll be back tomorrow. Manchester United in action. Probably a win. Craig won't be
Probably a
here,
win, I'm
obviously.
off. That'll not matter, they'll still finish second.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.